right, all you daredevils and adrenaline junkies out there, welcome back to Under the Radar. And now it's time for us to see which one of you crazy stunners out there is gonna truly put the X in extreme for a very special milestone month of extreme edition of the Wild World of Stunts. And from the stunts that you guys and gals submitted for this week, we may call it the extreme world of stunts because the first stunt that we have up comes from none other than BMX_BMX2 with his said stunt, Project 64. And besides his stunt being named after an emulator, I got a feeling he was probably somehow emulating the spirit of Dave Mirra with this said trick, because BMX2, because he didn't want to go by his real name, decided to actually do a wall ride up the wall, a bit of a woo Ric Flair backflip directly into a 50-50 grind, only to land on both wheels of his bike like what, maestro? Like a glove! For him to just ride off like nothing happened. And to let a couple of you guys and gals out there know, this wasn't the only stunt he submitted. He also did a 360 50-50 grind where he would go on one side of the railing, flip over and spin to the other side to land on both of his wheels like a glove, and then would further his incredible feats of gravity-defying death by actually pulling off another 50-50 grind across a highway road, which is sheer insanity. And the PR department, along with the maestro and the doctors, are gonna give this stunt a 10X, with the X meaning extreme. Not bad. I'm gonna do that too. And by the way, we figured out the name of the biker was Kevin. Or, you know, BMX rider was named Kevin. So good job, Kevin. But besides somebody named after the kid from Home Alone taking things to the extreme, the next stunner that we have up comes from Izzy Bo Bizzy. Nice name, by the way, with his said stunt, First Trick Shot. And I got a feeling when he came up with this trick, he watched plenty of Apollo 11, or was it Apollo 13? Whichever one of the movies that involves somebody slingshotting from one side of the moon to the next, because this guy that goes by the name of Mike, which we're gonna call him Mad Mike after this one, decided to go out to the Grand Sonora Desert, do a bit of a jump onto a satellite dish that was about 200 to almost 250 feet away from him, slingshot his way with the momentum on the satellite dish to jump directly onto a sign, a billboard to be exact, that was about a good ballpark range of another 300 feet away from him, to land on both wheels perfectly like what, maestro? Like a glove! For him to just honk his horn in celebration that he was able to make it. And the fact that this was his first trick shot, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do next. And according to the maestro, it somehow involves a hoop of fire and about 28 buses. Really? Well, that's gonna get him killed. Hopefully he submits it in. Anyway, folks, speaking of stunts that may have gotten somebody killed, the next stunt that we have up comes from the stunner Moose 3M1KY, which I think is Mouse Mikey, with his said stunt, Big Fall GTA 5. And in this stunt that features yet another Mikey on our hands, instead of a Mike, now a Mikey, would see this guy trying to do the cool stunt he pulled off earlier, which was well over a 400-foot jump from one side of the bridge in downtown Los Santos to the next, only for somebody to jinx him by saying before he was gonna do it again, "Hey, only for when the cameras and the red light was rolling for this guy to roll down the street, do a wheelie, get in position, and the second his bike would go airborne and go a little bit more to the left than he liked, he would bail off the bike and in mid-flight would do what I guess what General Pepper would say in Star Fox 64, a barrel roll, only for Mikey to try to brace himself before hitting into the ground before impact. By putting both his feet down on the ground almost in a cartoon, I'm gonna stop the whole scene that way sort of pose, for the cameras to go black and for the next thing for you to hear at home is, "Ah, my legs, I think I've broken my legs." And according to the doctors, yep, he wasn't lying. His legs got broke the second they hit that pavement. And as a matter of fact, along with his legs, his feet, his ankles, and I do believe his knees all got broken too. So from the impact of his landing, I think he broke everything from the hip down. Ooh. And apparently that's gonna take a while to heal too, according to the doctors over there in the corner. Right. And the next stunt that we have up, speaking of people who's gonna be in the hospital for a while, comes from the stunner Basom with his said stunt, Project 8. And during this said stunt that I got a feeling was called Project 8 because it took 8 takes for Michael to try to learn what door he was gonna jump through, would see our hero from the main story of Grand Theft Auto 5 trying to go through a breakaway window for a cool action scene, only for the director to say, and I kid you not, during the take itself, "Cut, do it again, you went through the wrong window." For Michael to say, "Shoot," he said something else, but then to try to jump through the next window, only for the director to say, "Cut, wait, we didn't get that one on the print, do it again." And for the director to keep saying cut over and over again until Michael would get cut by jumping through he jumped through glass. I was gonna say an unbreakable window, but yeah, he broke through the wrong one too many times and had to get stitches across his face because he somehow looked like Edward Scissorhands after all it was said and done. And according to the maestro and even the doctors, he required about a good 42 stitches in total. Ouch. No, wait, 142 stitches. Ouch. That has to suck. And the last but not least stunt that we have up for this week, besides someone in an emergency room with more stitches in them than a Build-A-Bear doll, comes from the stuntress Vinewood on Fire with their said stunt, Bike Slides Edit, or what it's better known as on the YouTube page of GTA 5 Bike Slides Montage. I like the second title better, so we're gonna go with it. And during this said stunt montage that features the femme fatale herself, would not only see her going near the downtown apartments of Los Santos, pulling off a beautiful quarter of a grind on the back tailpipe of a Hakachu bike, only for her to do a sideways-like moonsault before hitting the construction site just by a mere inches, but still landing on her wheels like a glove. Would also see her doing 50-50 grinds on the top of billboards, on the side of signs, and even gracefully falling off the side of her bike during one of her 50-50 grind attempts, only to make up for it by doing a cool 50-50 grind, or a Pete Townsend-like power slide on the Del Perro beach in the middle of the night when all of the beachgoers were gone, but yet the group of the femme fatales would be cheering her on. And to make things even better, it would double over as an ad for the Pegassi Faggio bike. The bike that you want to ride when you want to feel Italian yet still ride American, Pagazzi Faggio. Now available at your local Southern San Andreas auto shop. Yeah, best ad that we could give for it thus far besides her cool stunts. And according to the maestro, the PR department, and the doctors, they decided to give this stunt a perfect 10. And the doctors would say during that one slide she messed up on, she would suffer a broken wrist and a twisted ankle. That's it? Not bad. You know, she could have ended up a lot worse if she had fell off that building with that power slide she messed up on. Almost forgot to mention that. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other crazy stunts of people trying to get themselves maimed for unnecessary fame, you can go ahead and check it out on the socialclub.rockstargames page, only known as socialclub.rockstargames.com, and just click ever so lightly on that video page to check out a whole bunch of crazy stunners that look to defy many of things this month during the month of Extreme, besides the usual status quo of a stunner of defying their life, death, gravity, and even their parents to try to do this stunt that we don't recommend you do at home, just in case you try it. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music once again, and when we return, we'll be back with another Extreme edition of the GTA Online Top 5 Tracks of the Week, right after this. So don't touch that dial just yet, folks, and stay tuned.